Hey, hey, how are you all? Welcome, welcome. I have a great idea. Tonight's theme for this live makeup is I don't like to wear red to holiday parties. I just don't. And so I just thought it would be fun to do a makeup look for those of us who just don't want to do red for holiday parties. So here we go. Hi, my name's Brenda. I'm a Seint Makeup artist, and I'm going to be wearing cream makeup tonight. There's a link below if you would like to get color matched. It's right on the screen. So have a seat and let's do some fun makeup. I'm going to start with this color called Sunlit. And I am just barely going to color correct with Sunlit under my eye. There we are. That quickly, we just did a little color correcting to help with the discoloration under my eyes. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to my lids with the same color. This is a cream highlighter product, so it is going to work to prime my eyes as well. So thank you for joining me tonight. I am a Seint Makeup artist and I absolutely love what I do. There we are. We're color corrected and our eyes are primed. All right, and now we got this little redness going on around this nose. So we're going to use a contour color. This is actually a contour color, but it's very light. It has a lot of green. So for me, it works really well with or without makeup to color correct the redness around my nose. And then I have a whole row of broken veins down here. And I'm going to build just a little bit of color with those. And Seint Makeup is buildable. So I can put this color on and then do my makeup. And if it's not covered enough for me, I can add some more to it, just like I'm doing right now. That's a huge improvement from what I started with. And I haven't even done my makeup yet. And I just lightened some age-kissed spots that are going on my nose. And I'm going to work on just a little redness I have going on over here. Usually my red issues are right around my nose. Little stinker. And there's a vein, a little broken vein right here that I popped a little aspen on. And there we are. Redness be gone. All right, now I'm gonna, okay. So this whole theme is, I don't wanna wear red to the holiday party. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, My mom would always get mad at me because I would color Santa Claus with my magenta in my 64 crayon box. So we used to fight about that all the time because my mother said his suit was supposed to be red. So to this day, I have an aversion to red if I'm supposed to wear it. If I'm not supposed to wear it, I don't care about it. So let's do a little gold and green for this holiday party. So I'm going to use my the fluffy end of my eyeshadow brush, and I'm starting with this little color called Stay Golden. So we're going to go with gold and a really deep emerald green. Now I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty holiday to me. So I like to start with just a quick little brush of my base color, whatever it is. If you watch me do makeup, I start my eyes almost every time with just a quick little base. And truthfully, you could be done right there. It could be just a great look, just a one color look. But we all know I'm not going to stop with one. So for transition, I think we're going to go with this little color called Eve. Eve is almost magenta, which works in my mind very well. And she's really a much more soft color than she looks. And just keep in mind when you're working with Seint Makeup that it is heavily pigmented. Even the eyeshadows. So if you'll notice, I'm building, I just want a little bit of a hint of Eve right here in my transition. I'm going to make this the transition color. And I have hooded eyes. One is more hooded than the other. And I have found that if you work with your eyes open, then you can see where things are going to be. And it'll take you less time, you'll be less frustrated, and I think you'll be happy with your look. Just make that one little change and tell me how that works, because I know we were taught to close your eyes, and chances are if you close your eyes, you're going to go right to that crease and below. So if you open your eyes, chances are better of working above your crease. And if we don't work above our crease, if we have hooded eyes, you're not going to see it when you open your eyes. Okay. I'm going to work with two gold colors. I'm going to start with Gold Digger. I mean, that sounds like a good holiday party, doesn't it? So here we are with Gold Digger. Gorgeous color. And I want to place this right on the outside of my edge of my eyelid. And you've probably heard me say this before, but I sometimes, when I want to put a color in a certain spot, I'm not afraid to use my finger. I feel like you have more control over where and how much you put on. Isn't that a beautiful color? All right. And now it's really hard for me to wear this color. It's not really in my wheelhouse, but it's going to go great with this look, and not everybody has my coloring, so you all need to see this. This is Blondie. And we're going to take Blondie right almost into the corner and just on about the inner third of that eyelid. It's really going to complement Gold Digger. All right, and here is where the fun comes in. Never in a million years did I think I would wear this color. This is called Emerald City. So we know what movie it was inspired by. And I'm going to use the dome end of the blur brush, which is out of our demi line, which I love to use for eyeshadow. Now be careful where you put this color that you want drama with. We're going to just dab it right here. And remember, where you touch it first is going to be your most dramatic color. So we don't want to drop it real close to the outside first. We're going to be, oh goodness. Oh, I thought this would be pretty together. We're just barely dabbing on just a little Emerald City here. And if this doesn't say holidays, green and gold. Oh, I love that. Talk about different. You're going to make a splash when you show up at the party with this eye. And it's not, look how, oops, so sorry. I hit the table. Look how there's really not much color on there. So smash some hearts if you're loving this color. I am loving this color. All right. I think we're going to leave the eyes for now and work on the makeup, which that's what we all come for, isn't it? Cream Makeup by Seint Makeup. Incredible makeup, especially if you have mature skin, especially. But before we do that, I need to do one part of this eye. I'm going to go in and put just a little bit of rose gold illuminator right here to just bring that look home. We can do so many things with illuminator that you just never think about. And look at that. It's just a subtle little, right there in the corner of your eyes, just to brighten just a little. All right. I'm going to work with a smudge brush. This is my favorite brush to apply with. I'm a light coverage girl. I don't know what coverage level you like, but I'm a light coverage girl. And with a brush this thin, you're not going to have to worry about getting too much on, because Seint Makeup is heavily pigmented and we just don't want to overdo with your color. I'm going to start with contour. And I know if you've watched me, you've heard me say how much I love to contour. It is the most beautiful part of the process. We're gonna define your bones and defy gravity with this little move. We're gonna apply shadows where shadows should be or would be, and when you go in with one color of makeup, you just dull out that beautiful three-dimensional quality that your face has. So that's one reason why I love the highlight and contour. You will hear people refer to this as hack, and it means highlight and contour. And so what we're going to do is blend this together to have one layer of makeup. So 3 colors are going to create one color, and when we're finished, we're going to have to mention in our face with one layer. All right, I'm going to work very carefully here on my nose. So if you're trying to thin your nose with contour, be sure that you're working carefully here, because you don't want to get your contour down here. You're going to make your nose look thicker. In fact, while we're here, well, let's finish this side. And then I'm also going to make my nose look a little shorter by putting some right here on the end. All right. And then I'm going to take what's left on my brush and give my lip a little shadow under it to bump it out. As we all know, I need help in the lip department. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is go into my brightening highlight. In other makeup, this would probably be referred to as your concealer, but we're not concealing here. We're brightening. And who doesn't need a little brightening in the center of your face? We're also going to do a little facelift right here. And if you watch the way I apply my brightener right here, if you have a lot of crow's feet or fine lines right here, bring your brightener up a little bit and stay out of trouble zone. I'm going to brighten this side of my nose right under that contour. And then I'm going to brighten right here. And I'm hardly putting on any makeup at all. Just the lightest touch of makeup. And we're going to clean up the eyes right here. And then I'm going to bring this up just a little bit. Notice how we've already lifted our face. And then I like to do a contour with my brightener right under contour, just to really sharpen that contour color, the difference there. Okay, and then we're going to travel on down the center. Do a little brighten right here on your Cupid's bow. And then just a little right down here in the bottom of your chin. Okay, now we've created a roadmap. Everything else needs some color. So you're going to start and now we're not going to fill in all the holes yet, because that's going to be when we blend. When we blend, it's all going to blend together to be one layer of the most beautiful makeup that feels like your second skin. And then I'm going to tap really, really gently under this eye. I don't like to wear very much makeup there at all. Sorry, we had a little mishap when we were putting these eyelashes on. Let's just say I'm happy it wasn't glue. And then we're just going to give it a little color over here. Don't forget your nose. All right. And now I'm just using up what's left in my brush on my forehead. And now we are ready to blend. Hang on just a second while I grab my setting spray. All right. This is not necessary to blend. You can just blend right here with whatever brush you desire. My personal preference is to spray just a little setting spray in my hand. And then I prefer to blend with the buff brush. It's a really thick, dense brush, and I use a stipple motion to work with this makeup. So start with your lightest and work into your darkest. And you probably saw that little maneuver right there where I just flipped this brush around. And that's one of the joys of a double-ended brush, is you're not digging around for a different size brush to work on your eyes. Well, we're just gonna have to go with this. There's magnetic eyeliner stuck on the bottom of my eye. All right, so we're still working on light. And we're just gonna stipple this makeup. I don't know if you can hear my boys in there talking in the other room. None of them were born with an inside voice. Oh, I always had a house full of boys when they were younger. The noise level was usually pretty loud. Between 3 boys and 2 big dogs. All right, so you can see I am just really gently stippling this makeup. And this is where I'm going to gently tap the brightener that I put here. And then I'm going to work really, really gently right here on this contour. And this is where you don't want to, oh, thank you, Joe. This is where we are working on makeup. We're invited to a Christmas party and we have an aversion to red makeup. So, we went with gold and green. We're just gonna really gently push this contour. Oh, there we go. It's just softening and chiseling those cheekbones. So when we were younger, we used to wear a contour down here. And that was back when you could put blush on the apples of your cheeks. And it was just beautiful. But my apples fall now, so I start with my blush kind of in an L shape here. All right, so we have finished that part of our face. You can do, this is where you can do any touch-up. And we worked on these veins right here. We're gonna give them a last little shot. And you can see what a difference this makes. All right, so don't forget you can build this makeup. All right, and we're gonna wanna, I'm working with 2 lip and cheek colors. So all of our lip and cheek colors double as lips and a blush. So I'm working with Black Cherry and Plum tonight, and I'm gonna do an ombre blush. Starting at the top with this beautiful Black Cherry. And my method of blush placement is higher, and I would rather start with less and build than have too much and have to figure out what to do with it. All right, Let's do this side first. That's a change for me. I always do my right side first. So I don't know about you, but my boys have watched college football all day long. So I just sit in the room with them and work on my laptop and with earphones in so I can listen to music and work, and I'm there. I'm happy to be in the room with them. I just don't know anything about football, and the only time I ever liked football was high school, and then it was just a social event for me. And my mom knew that. She used to get so mad that I wanted to go to the football games. I just wanted to see who was there. School was a great place to socialize back in the day. All right, so we just have a really soft, gentle ombre blush. And one thing I love about Black Cherry is it's buildable. But I'm liking what we have going here. Just a really gentle blush. We're going to perk that up in a minute with some illuminator. All right. Let's do these lips. We want a dramatic lip. So we're going to line these puppies. And I don't have a lot to work with here. So I'm going to start about to only line the center third, and what I find when you work from outside in, it just comes from a different angle and it makes my lip look more full. So here's what we have, and wait till you see what we're going to finish with. All right, and I just barely overlined, just a little. And notice I didn't go to the corners at all. All right, I'm going to use the multitasker brush, and I'm dipping into Plum first. And since Plum is more the consistency of what a matte lipstick would be, it's going to bring some body to our Black Cherry, which is a gloss. And we actually have a collection out now called the Confection Collection. It has these two colors and a deep bluish red and a beautiful pink. And in Seint World, anytime we say collection, it's going to be cheaper than if you bought everything separately. So there we just made a gorgeous lip, and it actually looks like I have a lip. So I'm going to take what's left in my brush right here and just tap a little more now that this blush has had time to settle. And I'm going to go over this. I'm going to just barely tap this because I really don't want it to go anywhere, and I'm using the blush bronzer brush to do this. So when I first started with Seint, I overblended every time I did contour and blush. So I've become a stippler. So that just created just a little more drama. Okay, Now we really want to do something. First we need to do these eyebrows. These poor little things are lonesome up there. And even if you have beautiful full brows, if you just give them just a little touch, they're gonna come alive. I have a friend with beautiful full brows, and she started just putting a little contour cream through her brows, and she was amazed at the difference. So tonight the contour that I'm using is Astoria. It's just a really soft. People ask a lot of times, what's the difference in a bronzer and a contour? Why do I need them both? Contours are a cool color and they're going to add depth, and bronzer is a warm color and it's going to add warmth to your face. So this is Bella bronzer. She's almost a universal color, and I'm going to use the blush bronzer brush. I'm so happy I can actually say that now. And I've got just a little color here. I'm just going to warm up my face just a little bit. And look how that's just bringing some warmth to the color. Just a little. And you can blend your makeup down your neck with Bella. Bella is really great when you're losing your summer tan and you want to be able to connect your face and your neck with the same color. Bella's perfect to work with. All right, we're going to put just a little bit of color on our nose because the sun would kiss that nose if I were out in the sun. That just warmed this makeup up a lot with just a tiniest bit. And when I say wave this brush over this bronzer, that's what I mean. Don't use very much or you will be blending till morning. All right. Let's go back to our rose gold illuminator. And we're going to brighten these eyes. I don't know if y'all can hear the coyotes outside. They're having fun. Notice how that softens the edge of your eyeshadow. And it gives you just that little extra, lifts your eye just a little bit. And then we also need to do just a little cleanup here because we want to make sure things are looking up. It'll make a big difference in your eye when you clean up and just make sure everything's pointing up. It also helps that I have some eyelashes on tonight, and I'm telling you guys, I'm not going to make anything for saying this. These are the best false eyelashes I have ever tried, and I don't know why it took me so long to try. These are magnetic Moxie lash, and literally you put, here's a plug for Moxie. You put this magnetic liner on and you wait 3 or 4 minutes, get dressed, whatever you're gonna do. And then you literally hold, I cannot believe this worked. I'm just amazed still. You pick the eyelash up with this thing and point it at your eye and you can watch it just curl itself. I've never met an eyelash that actually did it like the video shows. I'm amazed. So if you're in the mood for false eyelashes for the holidays, grab some Moxie lashes. Okay, And now we want, let's see, we want to finish up. Sorry, I got a little bunny trail going there, but you need to know, I love Moxie lashes. You know, I've tried a little bit of everything. Okay, we're going to put a little illuminator on here. You can do a little on your nose. This is where we're going to bring our blush line here. A little right there. A little right above your Cupid's bow. And you can just tap this on. And I already have lipstick there, so I don't want to play with this very much, but as it warms, it's just going to do its own thing. So I won't have to worry about it. And then I'm going to tap a little right in the center of my lips. And if that's not enough of a gold look, we're going to go back into Blondie and just tap a little Blondie right in the center. And man, did we ever brighten that lipstick up. And now it kind of matches our eye. It goes with our eye. And I don't know if y'all, I'm a matchy-matchy. I'm going to put a little black cherry right around the edges. And that even turns a little of the Blondie to kind of the black cherry color. I don't know about you guys, but I love that look. In fact, we had a lip look that was actually created one time because an artist did just what I did, and it became a shade of the month. So we have finished this look. We're going to grab our perfecting sponge, and this is where you're going to just bring it all home. This is, it's been pre-moistened. Feels like a little mini spa treatment. And we're just going to perfect this makeup. We're just going to press it. It's going to take off any overage that you have, and you are going to end up with a flawless finish. So if you go to the website right now to grab this perfector sponge, and you need to, if you're seeing this for the first time, this is what this perfecting sponge looks like when you meet it. And then you pre-moisten it, and it turns into a pillowy, soft cloud. So if you're going to grab him from the website, get him off the Snowflake collection, and he's a few dollars cheaper. Not your drugstore perfectings bud. It's amazing. So if you wanted to, you could use setting spray, put it in your hand and dip your bud into it. I prefer not to set my cream makeup. I like it to move with my face, which is something that we're not used to. And no, I do not have transfer issues. But I will, if we want to use some setting spray somewhere, I'll show you what to do. We're going to do setting spray in the palm of your hand. Smells divine. Take your fluffy end of one of your eyeshadow brushes. Just tap, tap, tap. Very gently. You don't want this to be really wet. And then just give your eyeshadow just a little tap. And you just set your eyeshadow. So, that is our makeup. This is Seint Makeup. I'll have the replay up in just a few minutes. It's cream makeup. The color match link should be right there on the screen, and I've matched hundreds of ladies this year, and I would love to match you too. So thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time. And if you have questions, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, just pop them on there. I'll be back to see. Thanks so much. Bye.